But to look your enemy in the eye, knowing you'll remember his face for the rest of your life, now that takes a stomach much stronger than you'll ever have.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Gul Survives. We are back playing our wonderful Borg Let's Play, and starting with this fantastic image. Isn't that wonderful? The Borg Queen just blowing all and sundry up. Isn't she magnificent? There's 7, of course. It's just really made me happy finding that little image. I should probably put my little screen back on. By the way, if you don't know how you can get rid of all the UI and everything I was going to say Star Trek Armada 3, but in scenes in general. So any mod that you're playing and you want to take a beautiful screenshot, like this, you can press Control, Shift and Z all at the same time, and it removes or puts back the this UI. And you can also press this little thing up here, cinematic mode, and of course that will remove any phase lanes, etc, etc. So you get a really good screenshot out of it, and I would really value it if you would show me some screenshots, not only from Star Trek Armada 3 but also from other amazing Sins mods. Best place to share those, with a fantastic segue that wasn't at all pre-planned, but has worked out beautifully, is on our Discord. I am one of the co-owners of the CGB or CG Discord, which is myself and Corey Losers, who is another content creator and indeed modder. There is a link in the description below, and I would really value it if you would follow that link, join our Discord and start chatting in there. It is full of like-minded gamers who enjoy Star Trek, Star Wars, various other sci-fi projects, and of course mods. Lovely, lovely mods. And I'd really value your input on there. It would be fantastic if you would join in, start chatting with the community at large. Start playing games with them, start playing games with me, maybe. Right, without further ado, we must continue our Borg playthrough. In the last episode, we destroyed Istria, we took Aristophanes, and we are pushing towards the home world of the Federation. Well, it's not the home world, it's their chief world in this sector of space, for sake of argument. We do have an assimilation cube that we got for free in the last episode. As you know, it's just clearing up some pirates, and then I'm going to bring it down, and then we will continue the assault. One thing that I did want to do is get this planetary assimilator here and try and take this world. So let's try and assimilate that planet. There we go. Let's unpause without further ado. It appears those of you who've commented on the last episode, you really enjoy the longer episodes with me just jabbering away, so that's what I'm going to continue doing. I'm not going to do the cut-down episodes at the minute for this. As I say, I may well do cut-down episodes for other things, but not for this. Let's just take a look and see if there's anything that I need to do in the meantime. Do we have any research that needs completing? Always is likely to be the answer for that. Let's take the adapter. And there's not really much else that I need. In the meantime, we have, of course, got various tiers of the Unicomplex, and Unicomplexes have proven useful so far, and we may want to just grab ourselves a couple more potential Unicomplexes, if you will. So let's just take a look. I can't remember how much they cost, because I'm an idiot. There we are, 2,000 credits. Sell a little bit of that, and yes, a planet's always under attack. It seems to be that the pirates have taken a bit of a liking to us. But our assimilation cube here is doing its utmost to deal with them. Wonderful. Should we have a listen to this? Hopefully you can hear this. There you go. We've told them that they will be assimilated, and they are in terror of their lives. Oh, hello. Oh my. It seems the Federation are fighting back. Now, I don't know if we can beat this fleet. Perhaps. We'll certainly make every attempt to do so. It looks like the Ambassador's going to fall extremely soon. How about we, let's just have a little cinematic of this battle. I suspect our pyramids might well fall. There it goes, there goes the Ambassador. Oh no. Is it down? Yes, it is. Oh, another gigantic explosion. Although it looks like we've also lost a pyramid. No, not quite. We're not far off. One of the nice things about 7 of 9 is she can also attack fighters, as you just saw. So she's always useful to have on hand, because Federation fighters can be quite... Oh no, there goes a wonderful Miranda class. Oh. Right, I must get this back. Difficult when you can't see what's happening, and I don't want to lose any capital ships as a result of me not paying attention. Okay, let's take... let's take an Ultrinium Burst, an improved Ultrinium Burst. We're not too far off levelling up, and are there any further capital ships? No, it doesn't look like there are. I think we've fairly handily won this. 7 of 9 has taken a decent amount of damage. But not so much that she can't repair. Her hull restore rate is, of course, maxed out. It's got 75% plus hull restore rate, and I don't think the enemy are going to be able to do enough damage in order to finish her. Particularly with a queen here, just being magnificent as she is. And of course we have the collective defense here, which will repair her own hull periodically. She is a very good tank, very useful. Oh look, there's Voyager. Oh, I'm afraid this is not Voyager. This is First Contact style Borg. You better run. Yes, off you go. Wow, it looks like they've got so many ships there. Yes. Our planet is fairly consistently under attack. It never seems to end. Right, the Assimilation Cube is just about to finish off this fine fellow here, the Cutlass Frigate, and then we'll start moving it down because I am concerned about my heroes. Yeah, they're bringing more and more ships in. I might have to retreat. I don't want to retreat. You have an unspent ability point. Let's see what we can do. There we go, improve the collective. Let's grab yourself some collective defense, get some healing going. Really don't want to lose 7. Let's try and get the cube down here. Eight, 1, 3, 7. I feel fairly committed to this battle. I don't want to just give up. Is that a viral matrix on enemy ships? $5,200 health now. This is getting quite unfortunate for her. 4,200. We're destroying them, but it's not enough, is it? 4,100. Collective defense is nearly back up, but we're not destroying them fast enough. Oh, and it looks like we took this world, but it's gonna fall again. Oh, there we go. Collective defense is back up. Can she recover enough health to stay alive? Oh, 7, no. She's too deep in the battle now. There's no point trying to run. What's this over here? Okay, not a problem. 556. We're going to lose 7. And there she goes. There goes 7. The Queen is now fighting alone, but there is an Assimilation Cube on the way. Oh, that's terrifying. 7 of 9 is back. Let's send her back in.
Just a moment.
Just a moment. But given that we've just taken a bit of a pasting, maybe it's time that we got some more forces. Let's take an adapter and an assimilator. In fact, a couple of each, a couple of more pyramids. That seems like a nice amount of ships. Oh, perhaps another of each. And we'll have to, of course, take another Unicomplex constructor, another assimilator. Our Unicomplex assembler is here. Let's push it forward to the battle. Even the Queen's looking a bit dicey right now. Let's move her back.
We will adapt.
Here's the Assimilation Cube. Let's get it here. Oh my.
I am 7 of 9.
7, I need you here as well.
Negotiation is irrelevant.
Okay, the Queen is not having a great time. Oh, please don't die.
The collective must grow.
We're pasting ships and we're destroying them left, right and centre, but it's just not enough. They have too many ships and there's too much damage coming towards us. But the Assimilation Cube has arrived. Let's bring it over here. And hopefully we'll be able to sneak the Queen out behind it. What's our health at? 3,300? Oh my. I did not expect this at the start of this episode. I thought the Federation was done, but clearly they are not.
Negotiation is irrelevant.
Come on, let's get you over here. In fact, let's get all of our rendezvous points over here.
Relocate.
Okay, she has survived with 2,040 health. That's fine. Right, let's push her in this general direction. Push the cube forward, for it will survive, I imagine, quite well. And there we go. We've got assimilators. We will soon have adapters. Can we up our regenerate? There's a bit of armor. Max hull points increase, hull repair rate. Yes, absolutely, I want those.
Our planet is under attack. Additional technology acquired.
You can see that our health has gone up by 400 points already. It's not slacking at all. Oh look, Prometheus. Oh, she's just taken a pasting. There's a lot of damage that's just been done to her. I wonder what that was. Either way, she must run.
I am the beginning.
She might die here.
We wish to improve ourselves.
Run yourself away to Orchid. Assimilation queue, please get in there as quickly as you can. You have just got better. Let's give you a radionic pulse.
Activate all alcoves.
We've used We Are the Borg at a really inopportune time because it hasn't done what it was supposed to the enemies. Here is our cube. Hopefully it is going to be able to at least slow down the enemy. They are following the Queen. Her health is acceptable, however.
Assimilate this vessel.
Where's 7? 7! You must fight, 7. Quickly. Damn quickly. Right, we've got that going. We've got the adapter researching. Let's take some more absorption polymers. We want more armor. Absolutely need more armor. Queen has escaped. Hopefully the enemy fleet will now focus its attention on the cube, which has got a vast amount of health. Not enough to keep it going indefinitely, of course, but long enough for us to perhaps be able to hold. 7 is coming in, as you can see. Oh yeah, it's taking a pasting. Hopefully we'll be able to do We Are the Borg again shortly. Concentrate on enemy ships. We have some assimilators arriving. 2 of them, in fact. Excuse me, my apologies. What can we get here? I think we will get a holding beam. Are you against a single target? I can't remember. There's the wonderful holding beam. I love this effect. Look at it. It genuinely looks like the one from the originals. Oh, it's so good. Okay, she's losing a lot of health. Let's take a look at the Borg Queen. What's your health at now? 3,300.
Is under attack.
And with 7's inclusion in the battle, I think that we're going to be able to drive the pesky Federation forces back. We've got pyramids coming in, more ships. Oh yes. Yes, the Borg offence will be a success. After a minor setback. More assimilators, more adapters, yes. What else can we take that is going to help us? Better range increase for weapons. Yes, it would be nice, but let's take an improved hull repair rate, or a couple of them, and also some biosensory responses. Yes, 7 is cleaning up now with the Borg cube and our ancillary vessels. With auto assimilator on the go. Engine overload pulses, shield overload pulses. I wonder if we've got any ships that have become ours. Let's just take a quick look. Not yet, sadly. Really do want to assimilate some enemy ships. No, don't go. Oh, there was a nice overload pulse there. Come on. Assimilate something! I really want something to get assimilated so badly. Better just check out the Queen, make sure that nothing awful's happening to her. Awful things are happening to her. Okay, run, Queen. Seems assimilation hasn't been a great success for us this time round. Which oh.
Status report.
Yes. Look! We've taken a constellation class for our own. And she is Borgified. Let's just make sure that we haven't lost the Queen. That would be irksome.
We are one.
No, we
We
haven't.
are one.
Attack the planet. Lovely, we still have adapters going in. Interesting that we've had to renew our assault like this. You should see, based on the theory that I can get this to fire at something, let's get it to fire at the trade station, that the standard Federation weapons will be replaced by the Borg weapons. And of course she's got better shielding, her hull is repaired more quickly, more armour, there you go. So there you have it, a Borgified constellation. She does occasionally fire her Fed weapons, but her primary modus of fire is going to be Borg weapons. There you go. So she's got the best of all worlds. Her Federation weapons are significantly reduced in the what's the word? Frequency of their fire, though. Excellent. You can see that health is just absolutely going bonkers now. And of course, we're getting better armor. We're getting better healing properties for our vessels. Let's take the temporal nanocircuits, which increase hull repair rate again. Wonderful stuff. And the Queen is now assaulting this world. What we should probably do is we should probably now build another planetary assimilator. There it is. There you go. We are still making money. One common question that we're asked about Star Trek Armada 3 is what the hell's going on with the credits. And I feel like I should address this. I've probably addressed it before in videos, but it can't hurt to address it again. What is going on with the credits here? Why are they jumping around? The reason is each individual ship that you have, be it a frigate, a cruiser, or a capital ship. Oh look, we've taken some more of their Surak envoys. No, thank you. Off you go. Oh, are you actually a Surak envoy? Well, you're crap either way, so you can both go. I don't think they're actually envoys. I think these are Challenger classes. You can see that they're a little bit different in the way that they're designed. Oh, look, here we are. We've got a Unicomplex ready to construct. Let's construct the Unicomplex. We're actually going to construct it over here. Now, one of the criticisms that... Don't tell me that's an invalid objective. It's clearly not. Stop that. Right, we'll build you down here. And I'll hear no... Oh, maximum number of... Oh, of course, Istria. Yes, that is a problem. Istria, of course, is a shattered world, and therefore it can't sustain a starbase. I had forgotten it entirely. That is my own fault. It turns out that I am indeed stupid. No, I don't want to deconstruct anything. Stop that. Let's take a look at this unit complex. You have upgraded to tier 2, that's fine. Got Klingon scouts coming in. Interesting. And the Federation appear to be attacking once again. Once again, Challenger classes are crap, we don't want them. Let's get rid of them. Oh, another Ambassador class, how nice. Now, one limitation of the Sin's engine is we can't change their voices. I'd love to be able to change the voices of assimilated ships into drones, but no. They just get their standard voices, unfortunately. Right, this Intrepid class is boarded. If we destroy it while it's boarded, or at least we bring its health to... Oh, we've done it, we've done it! There we go, we have the assimilated Intrepid class. Very much modelled off the semi-assimilated Voyager you see from one of the Voyager series, very nice.
Additional technology acquired.
Talking at about 1,000 miles an hour. I apologise for that if it's irksome. Let's take a larger We Are the Borg.
Activate all alcos.
Planetary assimilator is here. Let's utilise it. We gaining any more assimilated vessels? I'd like to think the answer is going to be yes. Yep, there we go, we've got another one, which is fleeing. Don't do it. Don't flee. Oh, there we go, we've got another one of these challenges, let's get rid of it. They're absolutely slap happy with these, aren't they? I'm going to need to do something about that. I know Caesar's working on a patch, so perhaps I will. Perhaps I'll take some kind of step in order to deal with it. Oh, look at that! Love the Intrepid with Borg weapons. It's just so good. Having to scuttle a lot of these Suraks. It's a shame, really. I want them to send something better against me. Right, let's do what we can in order to improve this world somewhat. Let's take an interlink node, of course. We'll also take a resource node, because dat trade is going to be useful. Let's take an assimilation matrix, and also an adaptation matrix as well. Lovely stuff. Let's make all of this into a fleet. And we're going to push back to Aristophanes, while at the same time ensuring that we get rid of these envoys. Nobody likes them, nobody wants them. Queen's at acceptable health now. Okay, what else can we do? Let's increase the range of our weapons. I'm quite tempted to grab the sphere. Yes, let's do that. Let's grab the sphere. Very, very soon we'll be able to get the tactical cube and, of course, Locutus. Locutus is a massive, massive boon to your fleet. I can't overstate how good Locutus is.
Proceed to sector. Our planet is under attack.
Borg, you will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Oh, there's the ambassador.
Status report.
And there he goes. Take this world. 7 of 9 has leveled up. It's a shame that she's not where she was, but that's our own fault for losing her. Our idiocy knows no bounds.
Commence repair operation.
Oh, the Penryn class colony ship will be going down shortly. Particularly like this ship here, the Adapter. It's modelled off Hugh of Borg's ship. At least I believe it was Hugh of Borg's ship ultimately. Which is a very unusual Borg design because it's not geometric. It's not symmetrical. and I really like it. I mean, it's very, very simply modelled, as you can probably tell, but I think that's the case with most of the Borg ships. So, there's only so much that you can do with a simple geometric shape. You make the shape and then you overlay a good texture on it, and there you go. There are certain differences with the cube particularly. As you can see, it's got a lot of depth involved. It's got an internal texture and an external texture, which gives it the illusion of having lights inside and depths that you wouldn't otherwise be able to see within the ship. You can see that most of our Borg ships are relatively simply modelled. In fact, I made a model, which hopefully we'll be able to see later on. This fine fellow over here, the Wedge. It's about the only model I've ever made. Oh, hello. Well, that's just rude. Let's get this down to Aristophanes. I might have to retreat again. It's just getting ridiculous. This is getting... Oh, look! Patroclus has got something special.
We serve the collective.
I can see that the Klingons appear to be extending their reach quite well, because look at that. We're getting their culture. So that's something that we're bound to have to do in the near future. As soon as this planet is destroyed, we will turn our fleet around and we will try and save Istria, but I have a severe doubt as to whether that's going to be... Yes, indeed. Not plausible at all.
Activate all outcomes.
Have we still got a planetary assimilator here? Yes, we have. Let's take it over here and take this world.
Invalid objective.
There we are. Now take it.
Proceed to sector.
You, I would like you to build a unicomplex right here, right now. And I think that's going to prevent the enemy from, well, doing anything, really. We've still got an interlink node, which they haven't destroyed. Seems a little foolish. Oh, well, we can't take this planet. But we've spread our culture a little bit, which means they won't be able to colonize it. Which is nice. And, of course, we've got the unit complex on the build. Let's see, we've got adapters, assimilators, pyramids, intrepids, and of course the constellation. Let's...
Relocate to grid.
No, we're going for the homeworld.
New directive.
I will brook this no longer. We're going for the homeworld. Let's take an antimatter injector improvement. Or 4. Cube is, of course, experiencing pathing difficulties because of how large it is. What's this? Range increase, biosynaptic guidance. Yes, we'll take that. Take antimatter purifiers. See, now the fleet's getting good. And you can see that, by and large,
Initiating new directive.
we're relatively healed. Just from that short period. And that's one of the... Hello. One of the pure joys of the Borg is that they can really just heal themselves so incredibly quickly when they're not in battle.
State objective.
7 of what? What are you doing, 7? You're just taking your sweet time over that, aren't you?
You must comply.
You must comply. Hello, 7.
We are Borg.
Commence repair operations.
It's almost enough to make you feel cruel, isn't it, that there are a couple of intrepids leading the charge, heading up this fleet. There goes the trade station. Now the thing that we most want to take is the Starfleet Command HQ, which we will do in short order. And we'll take these Ares stations out as well. Ah, Sol Defense Station. I'm trying to learn how to use fighters, but I think it's too little too late. Oh, it certainly looks like it from the size of that explosion. I'm hoping they bring their main fleet back so I can assimilate some of them. It appears that we have a Pollux class envoy. Let's destroy it. It's pointless. And we'll upgrade our tier of Unicomplex. Start cranking out some culture. They're not building any more ships in this particular area, are they? No. No, I think the Federation might have just thought, oh, bugger it.
Our planet is under attack.
I see this one is a Challenger. There's the difference between the Envoy and not the Envoy. The Envoy, of course, has the little Federation diplomatic band around it, whereas the Challenger itself doesn't. Oh, you've leveled up. That's nice. Let's grab... Ooh. In fact, we'll grab an adaptive weapons array, because what that will allow us to do is it will decrease the enemy's speed.
We are the Borg era.
Instructions received.
Resistance is
Assimilate this species. Activate all outposts. State new directive.
Looks like they're trying to recolonize this world, and they have done so. Oy. Couple of Mirandas over here, but I don't think they're going to want to do much here. And the march continues. It's an absolute miracle that the Federation haven't surrendered at this point. Pain and misery that we're causing them. Not even bringing a defending fleet back. Voyager and the Delta Flyer over here. Delta Flyer doesn't appear to have the correct symbol. That's probably something that should be fixed. There you go. There's the Delta Flyer. Lovely little nice simple model. The Delta Flyer doesn't actually do very much by itself. Oh, good God. Therefore, it doesn't really improve Janeway's combat capabilities overly. It was just a little homage that that Christian very much wanted us to ensure that we implemented. And who were we to argue? Would have been rude. Especially over something so inconsequential. So we made sure that we got that. Let's take a look and see what more we can do. Let's grab more biosynaptic jibber jabber and a better antimatter purifier. I think we might have lost some of our... we've still got a Constellation class. Oh no, we haven't lost anything. That's nice. And we might well be able to assimilate some more vessels here. Let's try. I would like to assimilate a Miranda, please. Didn't work on that one. Oh, we've taken this one. Now, frigates alone, I'm afraid, they do not get the treatment, so they don't look like Borg vessels. We did that exclusively for cruisers because it takes such a lot of... what's the word? It takes such a lot of computing power to change ships and in that way. And also, it was taking a lot of modelling time, believe it or not, in spite of the fact that the modifications are relatively simple. It did take a lot of time to organise ships in this way, so we only do it with cruisers in most races. I'm a little sad that we didn't do it for the Miranda, though. I think it would have been nice if we had done it for the Miranda, because the Miranda is such an iconic ship. It almost seems like a loss to have not done so. Explosions. There we go. Now, initially, I intended to only have a 30-minute episode, but I really, really want to bomb the whole world of the Federation out first. There you go. We're pushing our culture out now, and we've nearly got the tier 2 of the Unicomplex over here, so that'll I imagine, do a lot of damage to the culture over here. We're of course going to lose that interlink node at some point in the very near future. Quite looking forward to getting Patroclus and seeing what the what's the word? Seeing what the artifact is there. For those of you who don't know, who haven't played a vast amount of Sins, a little yellow symbol pointing upwards like this, that indicates that there is an unknown artifact on the planet. And of course you can hover over as well. Your sensors detect an unknown artifact. There you go. Right, HQ is gone. No more Janeways. There's the right way, the wrong way, and of course the Janeway. Right, capital vessels, I would like you to go and assault this world. That means U7. Is there anything we can do from adaptation? Yes, of course there is. Let's increase efficient adaptation. Let's get some Titanic storage holds. Wonderful stuff. And I think we'll also start bumping up the potential population with drone allocation. More population, of course, means more tax, and more tax means, well, more ships. And more magnificence. Can't take my eyes off the constellation. I absolutely adore it. Interestingly, this this model of the constellation, you may or may not be able to tell, but I think this is the old constellation. We've since remade the constellation to a better model, but we never changed the Borg one. So this is the older model of the constellation. You can see that there isn't as much of a gap in the front here. Then the cells here, they're a little bit more simple. So this model isn't of the quality of our actual constellation model, but it is Borgified, and that's always nice. Wow, that's a lot of health. Oh well. Both of these planets just constantly taking a pasting by the pirates, but they can't fall. So the pirates just sit there twiddling their thumbs, thinking, what am I going to do now? Let's grab, if we can, another Unicomplex constructor, and indeed another planetary assimilator. We need to change the location that they're going to go to, so let's do that. I think we'll put you at Heliopolis. Oh, there we go. This Unicomplex is upgraded now, so it's going to be pushing out its culture. You can see. Their allegiance there is only at 61% now. The nanoprobes are having the desired effect.
Additional technology acquired.
At least that's what I tell myself. I tell myself it's nanoprobes. I'm going to speed this up, which hopefully isn't going to prove to be a terrible mistake on my part. It could. But as I say, during the course of this episode, I want to take out the capital world. I'm very sold on doing so. And if I don't, I'll be irked with myself. Okay, let's go back down to 1 times speed. Now we can assimilate this planet now, so we'll do so. And also, we of course have the option to build a Unicomplex. Now, the enemy are most likely to come from this general direction, so of course we will build over here. And let's take a look. Still 4,000 health on that planet. Unbelievable stuff. Oh look, an ambassador. Soon to be dead ambassador, I imagine. Oh, yeah, we've seen it. I don't know what kind of lunacy possesses a lone ambassador class to try and attack a Borg fleet. And there, she's already dead. There's bravery and then there's foolishness. That would equate to the latter. Okay, let's just take a resource node here. I don't want an interlink node. Maybe 2 assimilation nodes. That'd be, whoops. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? There we go.
objective.
We're getting ever closer to what I like to call the dildo of doom, which is, of course, assimilate the creator. So hopefully that's going to allow us to do what we want.
By your command.
Also, what we'll do is we'll try and sneak this down here. See that the enemy are desperately trying to fortify their world. They've got defense turrets up. But oddly, they haven't destroyed my resource node or my interlink node yet, which seems like base insanity to me. Their loyalty's down to 44%. Haven't been destroyed, have they? No, amazingly.
Negotiation is irrelevant.
But ladies and gentlemen, as this episode draws to a close, I just want to thank everybody for their amazing support over the last couple of episodes of this series. It's gone very, very well. A lot of people are watching it, a lot of people are commenting, a lot of people are hitting the like button, and I really appreciate that. It really does encourage me to make more episodes, and I will try and make them more quickly as the coming weeks go. I'm going to try, as of, I expect Monday onwards, to try and at least get one daily episode of something out as a VOD. Of course, I am doing more streaming, as many of you know that watch my streams, and the streaming has gone absolutely wonderfully. We had a fantastic stream last night of our semi-regular Stellaris streams, and it went wonderfully. There were a lot of you watching, a lot of you commenting. I had some really good banter with the audience, and Scott Courtwright, who was watching over on Twitch, he was incredibly generous, and he donated some subs to quite a few subs. In fact, I think it was must have been at least 20 odd subs. To other individuals who are watching the stream, so they could gain some of the benefits, if you like, from being a sub, such as no adverts and things like that. And that was amazing. I've never had anything like that happen before. I had a really good chain of subs. I will take a look. I expect tomorrow at some of the artwork that's going on with Twitch, and I'd like to get you some new little emojis that you can make use of if you're a sub on Twitch, and also those of you who are kind enough to donate bits. I'm going to make some unique little Cardassian ranks, I think, for those of you who donate bits, because I think that would be fun. I don't think Assimilator is going to get through.
Additional technology acquired.
So yes, do expect daily VOD content, which is of course a video on demand, as of next week. It'll be at least one video. I don't want to promise 2 videos because that might be a little bit beyond my capabilities, but I'll certainly try to get as much good content out as possible. There are a few games that I want to play, and a few mods that I want to play for various games as well. I'm thinking of revisiting Homeworld Remastered a little bit, in spite of the fact that some of the mods look like they're outdated now. I did take a quick peek at Homeworld Remastered mods, and a lot of the most recent comments on the Steam Workshop say, it's not working. So I'll have to test those, and I'll work out whether they're working before I try and do any kind of expose or series or whatever you'd like to call it on them. And Ashizori has fallen. The principal Federation world in this region of space has now fallen. We surround them on all sides. Our culture, or as I like to call it, our spaceborne nanoprobes, are absolutely hammering them. 31% allegiance here. I can only imagine what the allegiance is like over here. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you will join me in the next episode, which will be in a couple of days now, I imagine. And we will continue this Let's Play. I'm really enjoying playing as the Borg. I didn't think I was going to. I didn't used to like playing as the Borg, but I think as the Borg, one of the really nice things that you can do is you can spend more time watching the battles happen. The Borg are kind of self-sufficient because their ships survive a very long time. So you can kind of watch what's going on, you can watch the battles take place, and you can really appreciate the finer details of the Borg, such as this wonderful constellation here. And of course the Intrepids, which are hiding behind the shadow of the cube. There they are. Yeah, a lot of wonderful little unique features of the Borg. Fantastic stuff. I think that, I was always disappointed with the Borg, but I'm starting to feel like we did a really good job on them now. So there we go. you can change your opinion with time. As I said right at the start of the video, please do join the Discord. The link is in the description below. I would love to hear from you. I'm fairly regularly in voice chats, in public voice chats, so you guys can just talk to me at your leisure. And I do daily check through all of the chats that are going on. So you'll be able to speak to me on a more direct basis rather than commenting and hoping that I respond, which I do try to in the comments here. There are also various other lovely links in the description below that I would love for you to check out. Principal among them is, of course, my Twitch channel, which I do stream on fairly regularly. We're going through more or less daily streams at the moment, and they're proving to be very enjoyable for me to interact with you directly as the audience. And of course, there's a link to the Discord, as we mentioned. There is also a link to my Patreon, which is a format which allows people who really enjoy my channel and really enjoy the content that I put out and the effort that I put into what I do. It allows them to donate a little bit towards effectively the upkeep of the channel, the ensuring that I have the technology that I need, specifically a working computer that will allow me to continue making good content. And ultimately, if it ever goes as far as it does, I'll be able to perhaps work a little less and make more content. But I'll say that's something for the deep future. I'm only a very small channel. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching today. As you know, after this little segment, I will, of course, come back to you for about 10 or 15 seconds so we can take a look at the state of the universe. But this is me in my current form at the end of this episode, signing out. Thank you so much for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, however briefly, with our after-action report, as I have been wont to do for the last couple of episodes of this fantastic playthrough. Now, let's take a look and see how the other races are doing. We know how we're doing because we just watched the episode. The Federation is pretty much dead and gone at this point, so we're not going to bother looking at them at all. But let's move on to some of the other areas. We can see that the Klingons are absolutely hammering it. They've more or less destroyed the Romulans. The Romulans are not long for this world, and the Klingons have won that war, as we anticipated that we would. We can see that there's a huge battle going on at the moment between the Sona and the Klingons, which is awesome stuff. We can see that the Klingons have got cavorts, they've got Kvex. Oh yes, very, very, very strong fleet from the Klingons here. This is something that, if I knew about it, I would very much need to be very concerned about, and I would need to start increasing my fleet size fairly considerably. But the Klingons have taken a swath. They've probably taken about a third of the galaxy all told. We've taken another third. And the Dominion are doing relatively well from what I can see. Let's just see if they are the Dominion. It's an important question to have. Be difficult to work out unless they've got... Oh, they've got a Kulinor here, so of course they've gone as the Union. I was hoping they'd go Dominion, they've gone as Union. It's not something that you have a choice over in the mod, sadly. You can see that they're defending their territories. They've got a relatively large fleet here, and they've taken a good core of worlds. Looks like they're about to take Langash as well. That's going to bring them into a bit of border friction with the Klingons, so hopefully there will be a friction and they're not going to ally against me. We will see. One of the things that we said that we were going to do a couple of episodes ago was go over here and take these planets, but we haven't done it. We've gone for the Federation instead, for reasons known only to the collective. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I think we need to know in this after-action report, so I'm going to let you go, and I do hope you have a magnificent day. Thank you so much for watching this little segment at the end of the episode.